guys, Runaway with Kaiju here. Oh, I got these little egg guys. They're playing cards of everyone's favorite monsters, like Dracula, the Mummy, King Kong, and of course, everyone's favorite, King of the Lizards. They're just normal cards though, which is kind of sad. They're just egg shapes. Normal cards. There's one that just says Creepy Classics. It's the Joker card. Anyways, today's movie is a request from Miguel Durant. It is Godzilla Final Wars. To start off, the start is amazing. The nostalgic score, actors, and reveal with the music shifting to the new movie-specific song. Also, flying drill ships already, and I'm a big fan of those. From there, we are given some backstory on the in-story world, including about the mutants, which then cuts wonderfully to Godzilla's roar and the opening credit montage, which includes stock footage from Showa and Millennium monsters not in the new footage. I'm not sad that they're only in the montage, but I am glad the filmmakers didn't use footage of the same monsters already in the film. This montage also shows a variety of Godzilla suits, Heisei included, which may be confusing to people not familiar with the series. There's a good cast of characters. The captain is a fan favorite, but I also want to point out that the two main mutants, the chief, the secretary general, the biologist, and the TV personality, all very well written and likable. There's a tracking shot of Anguirus with buildings and practical fireballs in the foreground that I really like. I love the way rockets come out of the drill ships, very aesthetic in the film, and it reminds me of early Gundam series and the like. Also, they put a maser cannon on one of them. Just awesome. This movie is oozing with nostalgia. It succeeds where many media outings fail, and that's by making the fan service not seem forced. The actors, monsters, they're in the story. The only callback that was kind of unnecessary was the name drop of Gorath, but still, that makes sense in the narrative. Some things are actually easily ignored by people who won't have the nostalgia, such as the Elder Exilian's glasses and gesticulations. Oh, the Manda scene recreation was wonderful. I also want to point out to those who haven't seen the movie that not only do they bring back a lot of classic monsters, they've updated some of them, whether it be just their color or full-on chainsaw hands. Plus, you just really have to admire the amount of suits they made for this movie, even if some are just seen for an instance. Another cool scene is the alien reveal, the zoom in to the split, then to the cut of people screaming. So good. I like the alien ships, pretty cool and unique, even if the reveal of the mothership is attached to the right above us cliche. There's a lot of cool bright colors using mainly lighting that I like. It gives the movie visually already a different feel than the rest of the Godzilla films. For the most part, the colors and lighting are good, but at times it looks as if the entire screen is covered in a bright haze. The choreography is pretty well done. By far the best non-kaiju choreography in the series, with my only complaint being the direction giving to some of the close-up faces. And this. They run and jump and spin, and then they just stop spinning and go into an arm bar, and then continue spinning. I'm not sure if the filmmakers wanted to convey the action happening extremely fast in between the spin, but if so, they could have slowed the spinning down instead of halting it. Also, spaceship fights are much better here than the rest of the series, looking like a cutscene in a bullet hell shooter. The dubbing is good, aside from awful Mothra twins, who are probably my least favorite iteration of them. The lighting on Zilla is pretty non-existent. Some people may say that's intentional, but they could also just be fools. Minya is back, better in the narrative, but still looks terrible. Oh, and with him comes a little kid. Thankfully the movie doesn't dwell on them too long, even if they're pretty important. There's a lot of sweeps, zooms, pans, which makes for some cool scenes, but it's so constant at times it actually hurt my eyes a little. There's some questionable CG with the ships and explosions, but nothing too bad. This water effect is bad though. With the over-the-top fighting, lighting, bullet time, leather, and 360 shots, Final Wars feels like it's borrowing far too much from The Matrix, which I guess is kind of forgivable, but X's hair sticking up after he powers up is just terrible. There's a part set in New York that's overdubbed in English, even though it looks as if they were already speaking English. The syncing is way off. The scene is also pretty comical in nature, which I'm all fine with. Even the bad CG explosion, but the cartoon sound effects when their hats fly off is just... I hate it. As far as sci-fi movies go, this one is pretty lacking in the science fiction aspect. There's aliens, monsters, even mind control, but none of those topics are really tackled scientifically in any depth, and I wish they were. I bet this video is getting long, so before I end it, here are some things I'm pretty indifferent about. Human fight stealing focus from Godzilla fight, Monster X Kaiser Ghidorah, Edgy Gigan, CG Mothra, license track as not just a background music, Palpatine Force Lightning, Cattle Cattle Cattle, and the Space Breath. They're all fine in my opinion. Not bad, not good. I know there's some type of discourse between the fandom whether Final Wars is a great movie or a terrible movie. I like it. I don't think it's like the best of the series, but I do like it quite a bit. There's a lot of movies that I could review. I'm gonna put up a video probably of my movies to give you guys an idea of what I could make a video on. I don't just want to do Godzilla videos because there's plenty of Godzilla information out there. Anyways, if you have a movie, TV show recommendation, leave a comment below. TV shows are a little harder because I do not have a lot of time right now. But leave one anyways, and thanks for watching.
Sorry, I'm a vegetarian.
The story is written on the cave walls.